Okay. All right, you guys. Let's talk about education, misinformation, okay, that affects the African American community, and the so-called awakening or woke crowd. You guys understand? I was told as a young man when I was a teenager by my grandmother. She said, it's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to choose. And when you make that choice, it's going to be powerful, a powerful time. You're going to go through a lot. It's going to cause a lot of psychological issues go on inside of you. And I didn't really know what she was talking about because I was just always hard set, I already know where I choose, what I choose in life, And that time came in BB, Arkansas, back in late 80s. Late 70s, I'm sorry. I'm ahead of myself here. I went to nuclear silo, and I was down there at the bottom of that nuclear silo, and I'm looking up at those big exhaust ports of that Titan II nuclear missile, and that baby, I'm telling you, y'all, it looked like that thing was 10 stories tall. I'm down there looking up at that, and my boy Perv, we called him Perv, he's standing next to me. Okay, and I looked at that and chills came over my body. And Perv looked over at me. He's a black from Jamaica, Queens, a black brother that was second generation immigrant from Jamaica. And there was two white guys, both like Appalachian descent. And Perv looked over at me, and I'm telling you, he went white as a ghost looking up at that thing. That one missile can take out millions of people. Perv looked over at me and he said, man, this is death. This is the devil itself. And them two white guys popped off in the room just after us. We got in there first, and they popped off in there. We say room, but it's like warehouse size. This is way underground. We're so far underground, you guys, I'm telling you, you can set a bomb off and wouldn't nobody topside even know. So we way under there into the earth, and they walked in. Ooh, fucking bitchin', man, fucking A, dude. And they got excited. Like they had just seen the finest woman they ever seen in their life. I chose that day. I didn't want to be in the nuclear program anymore. They spent a lot of money training me in the nuclear program, okay? And that's what it was called. And those white boys, they were just so excited over seeing something that could wipe out so many people. And that's when I knew right then that we are not the same. I know a lot of black folks want to get angry when they hear that. Oh, because they just want to be so loved by white folks, and they just want to say that we're all the same, we're all equal. Nobody on this earth has done what them people have done and continue to do. And that bothers me. Needless to say, it makes a long story short, I chose that day. And that's something you don't do in the military. When you are in a top secret or highly classified program and you bow out. Yeah, I almost didn't leave the base alive. And so that's that story. Okay. And so I look at what's going on with you guys getting woke and thinking that everybody woke is standing with you. They've made a choice. Everybody makes a choice. Where are you going to stand? Automatically. There's no sitting up thinking because somebody woke and they can talk all this black power kind of talk and stuff. You guys, woke just means that they are aware of a lot of things that the average man, even with college degrees, isn't aware of. The systemic racisms, the injustices, and where it all leads, and the why of it all. But they make a choice. They choose. So be careful with that. I always tell people, don't be running down all these rabbit holes. These brothers, they wasted their life. Here I am. I'm, like I like to say, 60, 60 years old. I got a 50-year head start on a lot of y'all. I woke years ago, 50-some years ago. Okay, I'm a learned man. I don't go around talking about I'm woke, because I know woke don't mean shit. Okay, it just means that you just have the answers to a lot of questions involving a lot of social issues and racial issues and this and that, but you cannot walk out on the world stage just because you woke. Okay, you better be careful, because a lot of y'all are being lured in, and then a lot of y'all are so excited. I see brothers that spent their life battling drugs and alcohol and sexual addictions and all that kind of stuff, and then now that the internet is so profound, they are learning things. They go into their news feed and they're seeing stuff, and they're getting educated on a lot of stuff that when I was trying to educate people and trying to talk to brothers and share with them, oh man, here you come with that old black talk again. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That's exactly what you say. Here you go with all that old black talk, trying to educate people and trying to talk to them and stuff. Well, what I need for you to know now, time for education is done. Okay? I'm trying to bring brothers together, town hall meetings and stuff, not to educate any goddamn body. If you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Okay? It's too late for that shit now. It took me years to put some things together. And you guys are just now learning about this stuff. Now y'all on the campaign against religion and this and that. And now you're trying to reach back into spirituality. And let me help you with something. When I'm with my brethren and we holding town hall meeting, and you step up and you try to do all this damn historical talk, I'm opening your throat up, son of a bitch. Because see, you're a distraction. Okay? We don't need you right now. We don't need none of that shit. Y'all didn't have time for it when you should have had time for it. See, now it's too late. It's way too late. The battle lines have been drawn. Okay? We are at war. You got no time for your bullshit. You're running down, up and down inside of these rabbit holes and posting it on there and trying to act like you guys got some kind of inside knowledge. Dudes, let me tell you something. When I'm doing these videos, you think I'm talking to you. I ain't talking to you dumb son bitches. I'm talking to the learned brothers. There's things that we can say to each other. You guys wouldn't even, it go so far over your head. There are brothers that have listened to me speak and latched on right away. Let's put that into play. I have a friend here in the Philippines. His name Philip Jackson. The first time I met Philip, me and Philip would talk and everything. We did not talk politics, religion, or any of that. We just was talking. Something had happened where I was about ready to jump off of some dude's ass, and Philip got to talking, because really what he was doing was trying to keep me from, busting somebody up. And with my old ass here in the Philippines, by the way, Philip got to talking to me, and right away, Philip was saying things that only a learned man would know, and would know how to say and what to say. So me and Philip is like this. We know we are blood brothers, okay? We're learned. And then there's more of us like that, okay? And we have this happen all the time. So when I'm talking, yes, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also asking for men of a certain age to come together with me. We sit down and we organize town hall meetings to get brothers together. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay? I'm not trying to go around here and educate y'all. I don't care about your education right now, or what you're learning and becoming aware of and your woke status. That means nothing to me. That has nothing to do with what we have to do. The job at hand. Don't have a damn thing to do with that. And I'm going to tell you how best to correlate that. When I was a young man and I decided to go off into the U.S. military, I was going in the Air Force, I went to the AFES and sat down and got interviewed, got questioned. I mean, they take you through a whole, it's rigorous, okay? I know when guys talk about it, most of y'all hear about the going into the military, they always talk about the physical that they give you. And everybody seems to think that's funny. Well, it is. But the more serious part is that interview that they give you, them questions that they asked you. And I remember the one guy asked me, he said, you ever ride around trying to pick up girls? I said, oh, hell yeah, all the damn time. I said, when I leave here, I'm getting ready to go try and pick up a girl. Yeah. And he looked at me just as strange. He said, no, I mean, little girl. I said, oh, shit. I said, hell no, man. I said, you know, and I told him what I meant. And he smiled. He said, I asked you that on purpose so that you'll understand when I'm asking you some damn questions, you're going to take me serious. And so I snapped to at that moment there, okay, because their questions were pretty serious. They had plans for me, okay, in the job that I was going to be doing. You can't go off in there and being full of bullshit. And all the questions was okay. I was able to get through them all and everything. But the one that bothered me, and I told them, I said, you know, I said, you guys, I've been struggling with religion and stuff, because they asked me what religion was. And I told them, I said, I've been kind of struggling with the issues of religion and stuff, you know. I said, I kind of feel, you know, some kind of way. You asked me what religion I am. I said, but I'll tell you, Christian, just to move along. And the guy looked at me and said, well, he said, to be honest, we here in the Air Force, we don't give a damn about your religion. Army, Marine, he said Navy, Coast Guard. He said, they don't give a damn about your religion. He said, the reason we ask for your religion is because just in case you get injured, wounded, and you about to make a choice whether you go on the other side or not, we'll bring in one of your brethren or one of your clergy to come in and help you either get to the other side or stay with us. Because that's the only damn reason for religion, us to know your religion here in the military. And it dawned on me. I understood then. Because if I'm Muslim and here I'm near death, they want to get a Muslim brother to come over there and hold my hand and give me those prayers that it needed to, you know, like they say, get to the other side or stay where you're at. And to help you through. And so that is from where I'm speaking now. When you son bitches come and you decide to, when you actually find out that this worked and there's going to be town hall meetings, you're going to be wanting to run to them and everything. Oh man, I remember that brother was trying to get that off the ground. He did it. It is great. I'm going. When you get there, don't be sitting up talking about history lessons, politic lessons of back in the day. It ain't about that. Pookie and Ray Ray don't know what in the fuck you talking about. You go up in there talking about I'm Israelite, you know, and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Some bitch, I'll open your throat up because I'm not going to have you divide my goddamn army because you want to sound important or look important to a bunch of motherfuckers, okay? Pookie and Ray Ray don't know what in the fuck you talking about. But Pookie and Ray Ray do know their enemy is right there. And anybody try to stand in front of them to block their distance, it's going to be collateral damage. Ain't nobody playing with that bullshit no more. You want to sit up here and talk about Ra and Yahweh and you know, all these motherfuckers, they ain't did a goddamn thing for you. Do you want to play with them? I tell you what, you go to Sudan, you go to Egypt, you go to what is it? Over there in Cambodia, okay? You go to all the places where they wrote on them stones, not where they wrote on paper, okay? You go there and you start reading that shit, you learn that shit, and you play with that shit, okay? I did all that. That's all done and behind me, okay? Play with them, okay? Try to dig up them goddamn ghosts. But what's at hand with us? African Americans are terrorized, live in a terroristic society. Terrorism. And you motherfuckers don't even know it. You act like it's a okay. Black woman on TV, bragging. Now this is bragging. This is where you need to get your ass beat. Yeah, I gave my son the talk. I have to talk to my son. I give him the talk. He got his driver's license. I had to give him the talk. What's the talk? It almost went with that B word. But what's the motherfucking talk? How to walk, how to talk, and you still get shot and killed by them some bitches? That's living in fear. When you got professional athletes sitting up here, they got all these damn millions and millions of dollars thrown at them, and they're not even allowed to say, stop killing our children. That's terrorism. You living in straight up fear. Because see, when them some bitches come up in my face, first thing I'm gonna say, it's gonna cause a scene. You better pray to God, some bitches. Much y'all love LeBron James. You pray to God that some bitch ain't never within striking distance of me. Because the first thing I'm gonna ask him, some bitch, how come you ain't on the news telling the motherfucker stop killing our babies? And when the motherfucker try to answer, I'm gonna take him out. Because you got all that goddamn power and all that influence. You could tell them some bitches, goddamn it, we ain't bouncing another goddamn ball. Just in one past year, over 500 black men have been killed by the police. You motherfuckers are so goddamn stupid you don't even know that. Don't care. Don't want to know it. You at war. You live in terror. This country went to war against terrorism. Now that's ideology. That has nothing to do with any particular individual. They say they war on terror. Killing and murdering, and they've killed, 6.7 million Muslims since 2000? Because they're in a war on terror. Well, how about we go into a war on terror? We have a little more legitimate basis than they do, because them some bitches thing came over here fucking with us. No, they have not. Any lie you try and formulate inside of yourself, you gonna come out a lie. There ain't none a damn thing to you, but goddamn, I watched them motherfuckers go in and dismantle sovereign nations. But you can't walk down the damn street without being afraid. Every black man in America know if he see them lights behind him to pull over, he's scared. I wish a motherfucker would tell me he ain't scared and nervous. Because he'd be lying. That's terror. It's fear. So get this education thing under control. Don't be coming around me or my brethren trying to grandstand. Because when Freddie Gray got killed there in Baltimore, what happened within 2 or 3 days, you know, they had them motherfuckers call themselves Israelites standing on the street corner preaching. They showed them. They had those Antifa young white kids out there with their little bandanas, Antifa and bandanas, and waving flags and all this shit. That's called grandstanding. Sidetracking, okay? Trying to deflect. Just like they did in 1963 when them some bitches went down there to D.C. to march on Washington. And they went and marched, and I be damned, the United States government put every goddamn hippie on buses, from California to headed to DC. Buses. They went and tapped into the homosexual community, brought them, just started bringing them into DC. They went and got the women's livers, okay, brought them all in. Everybody packed the stadium. The only black folks you seen was on that damn grandstand. That's a fact. Look in the audience. They show you that audience. That audience was milky white, and they had all their issues up there. And those are the ones that got honored, because in 1973, 10 years later, it was only a 10-year proposal, which is the Civil Rights Act, was a 10-year, on paper 10-year. That means it had to be renewed every 10 years. And in 1973, it was never renewed, and it still hasn't been renewed. So when you black some bitch talk about Martin Luther King got us our civil rights, some bitch, there's no civil rights for you on the books in the United States of America. That shit was brought about just so that they could get rid of black businesses, okay? Understand that. That's my next video, because I all my videos will touch on economics, okay? Y'all the ones did away with black businesses, black banks, all that. Y'all and that sick motherfucking Martin Luther King, that some bitch, he knew the program going in. See, he was woke going into the game, because he was educated by them, picked and plucked out and took up there in the New England states and groomed for what he did. So while you playing, okay, calling yourself getting educated, you better talk to me first, because I'm learning. I'm not woke. I woke a long time ago. And trust me when I tell you, I got 50 years on you, some bitches. What you just now learning about, I've been on. Because that shit, if you look at it, comes from old texts, libraries, what they call the archives. I was all up in them. So don't come at me with that bullshit. When we get together, I prefer that you stay away or you sit down and shut your damn mouth. Because we have a war to fight. Now, we can do it without firing a shot. So don't get scared thinking I'm talking about we gonna go out here and start blasting on folks. No, that ain't how I roll. If I could have got that young boy out of Dallas, Texas, that went and shot up them 5 cops, I don't know if he really did it or not, because I don't see how you can get off, drop 5 men in a cluster like that are armed and trained. That just, I have trouble with that. But his anger is what I would have challenged. I wish I could have got hold of him. I could have talked to that brother. Because see, black rage, you guys, that's after you get woke. Brothers can go into that black rage and do some damage. That brother up there in New York on the subway shooting, that was black rage, bonafide. They have a book about black rage. You might want to read it, delve into it, understand it. Because when you guys are trying to wake yourself up, okay, you're going to develop some kind of anger issues, okay? And you'll direct it at somebody, okay? And you can hurt people. And you need somebody like me that can talk you down, because you have no business going out here wanting to do like them white boys and go shoot up the place and stuff. That ain't how you handle things. I don't suggest that for anybody. There's a way to do things, okay? So from now on, do me a favor and stay your ass the hell away from Learned Brothers, because us Learned Brothers ain't got no time for that bullshit. We understand there's a war going on. And leave Pookie and Ray Ray the fuck alone. Because see, Pookie and Ray Ray standing with me. They gonna be standing with me all the way through. And they understand who their enemy is. See, what I'm worried about is you supposed woke brothers, supposed educated brothers, supposed scared as fuck brothers, because you some bitches are scary. Because I know that. I've been around you. Your mama taught you, somebody hit you, you hit them back, somebody diss you, you take care of them, this and that. And then at the end of the day, their mama done taught them That's only if they black. That's why I don't want to have nothing to do with you, some bitch. Because see, you got the message. And your mama done taught you. You go out there to that white man, hey, hands up, show him your hand. You know, you bow down. You let them know that you're a good Negro. But now Nathan say something you don't like, step on your shoes or whatever, you take care of him. You go up in his mouth. See, I know you. And I don't want you close to me because I'll take you out of your misery, okay? And drop the pieces off with your mama, okay? Because she the one delivered you to me in that condition. Wake the fuck up, gentlemen, okay? Stay away from the learning, okay? We're trying to do something to put a stop to something, okay? We're not trying to play with it. I don't want nobody that feel that they need to get on their knees and go ask anybody for a damn thing. I keep telling you on all my videos, I take what the fuck I want.